And it's just basketball. It's just basketball.
Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today. Welcome back, my people. Welcome back. So it appears Draymond Green had to be given a warning for an interaction he had with a fan. And I must be honest, Draymond Green is one of my least favorite people. First of all, he's good friends with the Duck, so that says a lot already. But Draymond Green is one of these people with an overestimated sense of self-importance, with an overestimated sense of his own greatness. And to me, Draymond Green, you probably could put him somewhere in a category with Scottie Pippen and Isaiah Thomas. Maybe not Isaiah Thomas, but definitely with Scottie Pippen. In that Draymond Green is one of these players who ended up in the exact place he needed to be useful in the NBA. If Draymond Green had ended up anywhere else, he would be nobody. This is my opinion. But he was lucky enough to end up on the Warriors, where his specific thing that he does works well within that system. And I compare it to Scottie Pippen because, to me, Scottie Pippen is very lucky that he ended up playing with Michael Jordan, because that maximized his greatness. If Scottie doesn't play with Michael, we're not talking about Scottie as a top 50, a top 75 player. If Draymond doesn't end up on the Warriors, nobody would care about Draymond Green. But anyway, this article is coming from ESPN.com. Says the NBA has issued a warning but no fine to Golden State Warriors for Draymond Green for his interaction with a vocal fan. In New Orleans on Sunday night, a source told ESPN Shams Charania on Tuesday. After Green had a first quarter possession with several offensive rebounds and missed shots, the fan yelled Angel Reese towards Green, who said he initially laughed, but after the fan repeated the chant several times, Green walked over to confront him on the baseline during a second quarter stoppage. Quote, "It was a good joke at first, but you can't keep calling me a woman." Why not, Draymond Green? You act like one. Green said post-game about the reference to the WNBA star and former LSU player who set several LSU and SEC rebounding records. Quote, "I got 4 kids, 1 on the way. You can't keep calling me a woman." The fan, who identified himself as Sam Green, 35, of New Orleans, stood up when Draymond Green walked over to have a closer word. They interacted without intervention for several seconds before official Courtney Kirkland finally broke it up. The fan was given a warning but not ejected. Quote, "He was talking at first," Draymond Green said. "Then you get a little closer and he really didn't say much else. But it's fine. We move on." Green was fined $25,000 in May of 2022 for flipping off Memphis fans on his way to the locker room following an ejection, and was docked another $25,000 in December of 2022 for, quote, "directing obscene language at a fan in Dallas." In this instance, he was given a warning and not a fine. As long as it doesn't escalate, it's fine for a player to go over and have a discussion, Warriors coach Steve Kerr said. It would have been nice if security had gotten there a little bit earlier. All right, people, so there you go. Draymond Green having some back and forth with a fan who called him Angel Reese. And, I have to be honest at this point, my people, I have zero tolerance for these modern NBA players. Right now, I'm at the point where I feel like Draymond should be fined for any and everything that he does that's questionable. Just because, Draymond Green has gotten away with so much. And the only thing I can imagine is that maybe it's because he's connected to Unclutch Sports. But Draymond Green has gotten away with so much over the last few years that, I just have no tolerance for the guy. And like I said, to me, he's one of these players. He's lucky he ended up where he is. Even though I also believe that as much as Draymond was a part of the success of the Warriors, at this point, I feel like Draymond Green is one of the biggest hindrances to the Warriors. And I say that because, like I was saying, I believe Draymond Green has gotten too big for his britches because he happened to be a part of a team that, one of the greatest teams in the LeBron James era, definitely a team that's greater than any team that LeBron James has participated on. And because of that, Draymond Green has the big head. And to me, what I see when I look at Draymond is someone, because he got the big head, who stopped buying into the system of the Warriors. This is just my opinion, people. One of the things that in 1998 that you notice about Michael Jordan, if you watch The Last Dance, is in 98, as they were going for their 6 championships, there were points during that documentary where they showed the Bulls locker room, or they showed Michael Jordan's interaction with Phil Jackson. And one of the things that you notice, that despite already being a 5-time champion, already having 1 3-peat under his belt, I guess at this point he was probably a 9-time scoring champion, and all the accolades that Jordan had up to this point in 1998, is that he still held the ultimate respect for Phil Jackson. Despite everything he had accomplished to this point, Jordan still held the ultimate respect for Phil Jackson, so much so that Jordan said, hey, if this is the last dance and you're not bringing back Phil, well, you're not bringing back me either. And Jordan stuck to his word. But Draymond, it seems that after the success, and I'm just basing this off things I've heard and seen with interaction between Draymond and Steve Kerr, is it seems like Draymond got to the point to where he feels like he's bigger than the program now. He feels like he's bigger than Steve Kerr and doesn't have to listen. Now, obviously, part of that is just this modern day crap where players have so much more power that, they don't have to listen to the coaches pretty much if they don't want to. But part of it is a definite change. I feel like what made those Warriors teams special and great is everyone was buying into what Steve Kerr had to say at one point. And like I said, it just seems as the success happened and time went on that Draymond in particular didn't have that same respect towards Steve Kerr. And so, this is one of the things that can happen to me when you're playing for the wrong reason. If you're not playing for the true love of the game, if you are playing to keep up with your brand and make money, then these are the kind of things that can happen. Again, to me, Michael Jordan stayed grounded all throughout his NBA career, even through the Wizards years. His first year as a Wizard, he donated his entire salary to the victims of 9/11, I believe. So Jordan was playing for free, as a 38-year-old, playing for free. And so because Michael Jordan, it was always about the love of the game with Michael Jordan. and money was never the motivating factor when it came to basketball. You know, he always did right by the game in every single way possible, and that's including respecting the hierarchy in the game, respecting the coaches, you know, and so yeah. I don't know what more to say, people. I can't stand Draymond Green and anybody associated with Unclutched Sports. Like I said, it's just all this new wave of guys who are just entitled and they don't love the game of basketball. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this, you know, and obviously this particular interaction between Draymond and the fan didn't really go anywhere. But, you know, it's like, what happened to the days that if a fan was heckling you, you took it out on their team? What happened to the days that if a fan was heckling you, you took it out on the opposition? You took it out on their team. But again, this is just part of this soft new wave of guys who just, you know, they're just soft. I mean, it's nothing else to say about it. But anyway, we gonna hold up here, people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think of Draymond Green and his interaction between the fan because the fan called him Angel Reese? I feel like that fan was right on the money. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.